Hello survivors and welcome to another video. In today's video we are back in Nordic Ashes. It has been way too long since we have made a video of it. I've been doing the daily challenges. I think I stopped for a couple of days, but we have been doing it. We speak to Kiki quite a lot on the Discord and we know their techniques in how to do them quite quickly. Maybe one day we can show you guys how to do that. But anyway, there is new stuff over here. As you can see, our Yggdrasil tree, we don't even need other slots because we literally have the tree nearly maxed out, which means that we can use absolutely any character. The only thing is that for certain characters you might actually want to just remove the blue hearts. For characters like Blood, and then even characters like Amaranth, you don't want to grab blue hearts, you want green hearts, so you don't really need the heart, the overhealing, or the extra hearts and stuff like that. But anyway, I digress. There have been a lot of new relics added to the game. There's the whole lot of the new character, which we'll get into. Some reason there's a relic that I haven't unlocked. Oh, it's from her skill tree. We'll just unlock that as well. But there have been a fire and ice relics that I don't believe we've gone through. Actually, the ice relics I do remember, but there have been fire relics. It's these three over here. It's the burning gauntlet, the fire lantern, and the flame keyring. They do, as they say, burn enemies away from you. Burning an enemy pushes it away from you. Then this one, burnt enemies have 35% chance of making you shoot one fireball that deals damage and can burn. And then when dying, burnt enemies have a 20% chance of exploding, dealing damage that can burn. So a lot of burn going on over there. But let's get into the meat of the video, which is the new character Alruna, who is the Frost Queen of Nordic Ashes. Or the Elsa. Naya's not going to like me for that. Anyway, her passive is every couple of levels, so every 5 levels she gains duration, every 10 levels it's damage, every 15 levels movement speed, and every 20 levels it is +1 to summons. Now, the way that she works is she is both a summoner as well as a damage dealer. So we're going to run with the Selenite wand, which is a frost damage, and we are going to show you the brand new map that released last week, Muspelheim. So we're going to run it on adventure mode. It's all we can really do. We haven't beaten it on this character yet, but I do want to show you this beautiful map as well as the really cool character design. So let's just quickly go through some of the constellations. So we've got the Selenite wand, which is what we're using. We throw ice spears that can freeze. She has splintered bones which bleed enemies. It doesn't mention bleed anywhere in the text over here, but at the top over here you can see the type of weapon is it's a blood weapon, and in being that it does actually bleed enemies. Okay, then she's got duration, movement speed, and effective probability. A Mandrake summon, which it's pretty much just a standard like your Pea Sprouts, and then they let off AoE cries which deal damage. And then we've got the Elder Wand, which is a really cool skill. It's very similar to Halfgrim's Thunderbook, where it shoots bolts of electrical energy, but it has a much bigger AoE than the Thunderbolt as well. And really cool, all of these weapons, when you ascend them, they affect these 3 minions. So you get to pick one of them, or if you're lucky enough to connect, you can have all 3 of them, and then you're just going to be completely super overpowered. But we'll go over them. You get a warrior minion, you get a warlock minion, and you get a wizard minion. Each one of them do different things. Like a warrior minion will melee attack enemies. The warlock minion is going to they summon other like miniature minions of themselves that deal damage. And then the wizard minion shoots these weird purple spell balls at the enemies. And then Gunborg is the ultimate. It stays up all the time, so you summon a super minion, and then when you press your ultimate button, all your other minions, all of your summons, so not just one of these guys, all of them. So if you pick up Amaranth's summons, or even something, as long as it has the summon tag to it, you are going to give these buffs whenever you press R. So let's keep going over here. We're looking for damage, projectiles, and crit. Area works fine as well, but having the most amount of projectiles as well as crit and things like that does help quite a lot. So we're going to focus on that. This is Muspelheim. As you can see, they added a thing like the day after they released it called the floor is lava, which is like the curse of the actual level. What it does is it essentially makes it so that if you touch there, you got a bar under your health, under your character. When that bar goes all the way to the top, you take burning damage or a tick of damage, and then if the bar keeps up, you're going to continuously take a tick of damage, and eventually you'll die from the burn. So really cool little thing over there, really nice artwork for the enemies as well. I can't wait to show you the bosses. Shame a lot of people, well, we'll see how the fight goes, but a lot of people have been struggling on the first boss fight. They're saying they need to swap the 2 boss fights, so we'll go and do them. You guys can let me know down in the comment section what you think about it as well. Do you think the first boss fight is going to be more difficult than the second boss fight, and should they swap them around? But obviously you do have to remember that the second boss fight is always a lot easier than the first boss fight, because you do have a lot more power by the time you get there. So do keep that in mind when you're making this call, but let me know what you think about it. Also, we are going to just quickly rush over here. So this is the relic that we don't have inside of the glossary, which we just unlocked. It gives us a blue heart every 40 seconds, sorry, an ice heart, which is this over here. The ice heart freezes enemies and knocks them back, which is fantastic. We're going to play with the wizard minion, and then we will look at leveling this up as well as our Selentite wand. So here's a miniature phoenix, or phoenix baby is actually its wording. So that's a cool little enemy. Oh, we're taking so much damage. Come on, game. Alright, so you can see our little wizard minions are shooting the orbs at the enemies, which is great. We want to grab as many projectiles for this as much as possible, and I'll show you why once we have ascended the skill. There's 2 reasons to ascend weapons. Every single weapon that you ascend on the new character affects your summons, and then it also affects the actual ascension. So you've got 2 options. You can, if you don't get enough ascension crystals, you can either upgrade the skill to be bonuses to your minions, which again we'll show you once we get it to max level, or you can wait a little bit, get the double ascension going, and you ascend it to affect the minions. So there we go, we got projectiles, that's beautiful. So spark divide makes it so that when they hit an enemy, there's a chance that they split into 2 extra sparks. And then you've also got summons and ice, which means that your summons can throw an ice spark towards the nearest enemy every 1 second. So for now, we're actually going to go with sparks divide. We will we can actually double ascend it, so we're going to get both of them. We're going to get sparks divide and summons ice, so that we are a lot stronger now. We deal a lot more damage because we now got it ascended as well. So let's go and see what we can do with that. There has been a dragon shrine added into the game as well, which I completely forgot about. What this does is it starts on a 15-minute timer. After 15 minutes, what's going to happen is the dragon's egg hatches, and it's going to give us a legendary relic. Now, it can be any relic from a weapon all the way to an item. It doesn't really matter. It's going to be one of the legendary relics in the game. So you could get reset if you're lucky. I would hope for something like Connect actually on this character, because having Connect is going to be completely insanely stupid on her. Probably the best relic that you can get on this character. So if we're able to find Connect on her, that is going to just boost our DPS, skyrocketing it into the next realm. But this is only expert level, so I'm not expecting too much difficulty coming from anything. We do want to get as much XP on her as possible, so finding ourselves the fossils, the XP fossil and the attraction fossil are going to be superb for her, and getting yourself as much money as possible so that you are able to get all of those relics and things from the shop is also going to be quite important. Also, re-rolling the shop, trying to find ourselves amaranth in the store is also going to be fantastic as well. I mean, you can't re-roll to find amaranth. The summon that you get, or the person that you get to pick from, you can't randomize, unfortunately. That would be actually too OP if it was the case. Alright, not bad. Relics, free We got quite a few ice ones, which kind of fits her theme or what we're using her for right now. So it works out quite well over there. Again, if we push R, you're going to see an aura around all of our minions. You can see they've got that weird like orange aura around them now. That means that they have been buffed by us. So it does help see at least, you know, okay, the buff is up. I mean, you could just look in the corner anyway and see whether or not it is up. But at least they do have a visual indicator as well to show that the buff is present on your minions. Alright. We've only got that. We need to go get some more gold so we can get all okay. Get ourselves more money. Because money is what makes the world go round in this game. Even Gnocchi loves money. Just heading down in that direction. Let me know what you guys think about this level and the art. Obviously, I love it. I am absolutely in love with the art style of this game and all the music and things that the developers and the composer make. It's just really, really cool and really, really nice. A lot of hard work goes into this, and in a short amount of time. They did exactly what Vampire Survivors did before the 1.0 release, where every week they had new updates, new content, new things to grow the game into its 1.0 release. So it wasn't always like, okay, wait a month or wait 3 weeks or whatever the case may be. It's a small development team, and they're working really, really hard to make the game bigger and better as they progress through the actual, you know, towards the full release, the 1.0 release. And I believe the release is coming soon, because we do have only the last level, which is Asgard. So, you know, thumbs up that we're going to see some mythological stuff from Nord mythology. So hopefully we're going to see bosses that are either like Freya or Odin or Thor or Loki or something. Obviously in the own design of the game developers. Naya's design, she is the graphic designer, so it will be really, really cool to see that in you know, Asgard as a level, and then maybe we get like the Valkyries as the enemies and things like that or something. And then I'm sure there will be another character release before the full release as well, and it will be interesting to see what that character is when it gets released. I have no idea what could be coming. I've got my own hopes and aspirations for characters in the future, but I think to code my character idea in the actual game is just way too difficult, and that's expecting way too much from the developers as an idea. But I do know there is a person on the Discord as well that has had ideas for characters, and they even provide them with art to go with it. I mean, if you guys do that in your spare time, I love seeing those kinds of things. You can always send them to me. You can put them on the Discord, on my Discord. You can link them to me, DM me them, things like that. I am more than happy to see all those kinds of things, because it's just really, really awesome to see them and people and their visions and ideas and things like that. So if you are one of those people and you want to show the work that you do and things like that, you know, just pop it down in the Discord or wherever you want. Alright, so we're going to run with Elder Wand over here, and the reason for that is again because of the second ascension affecting our summons. So we're going to just run it so you can see the actual Elder Wand already and what it does and what it looks like. Again, it does remind me personally of Hafgrim's Thunder Codex, obviously a different color. And not as strong as a single weapon. I mean, I know that Thunder Codex can clear the entire screen on its own because of bounce as well. But here's the first boss, Dark Phoenix, spawning in the top over there. I don't know if we're in a fantastic spot for this boss because we have a lot of lava around us, but we'll do what we can. The boss does go into the air, summons these fire tornadoes, and has a spawn. Oh, they actually wait, no, why game? Alright, they nerfed the Phoenix. Alright, they nerfed it. It's very unfortunate. We got Amaranth, which is fantastic, which means we actually get to have more summons. Let's see if we can try get something like Skog for poison, because that's cool. What does this bracelet do again? you get a green heart every so often. I don't need green hearts, so no. I shouldn't have done that reroll because we had ourselves something nice in the shop over there. But we're going to go and grab the pea sprout. It's just going to give us that much more damage. It is given to us at level 5, which is fantastic. We're going to grab the damage over here. I think we can go for projectile and area now. That's perfect. And then we're going to go with the summons and thunder, which means our summons can create electric beams on top of the enemy that they're attacking every 1 second. That includes these summons as well. So the more summons we get, which we've got +1 in the skill tree as well, the more damage we're going to be dealing, because now we've got that extra thunder and us being shot at enemies. So there's going to be a lot going on the screen, and this is why getting connect is so broken on this character, because you're going to have extra summons. You're going to have the extra summons from her skill tree, and then you're going to have the extra ascensions as well from all of her skills. Like the mandrake, it makes each of your summons have a mandrake, a scream on them. There is the other skill, which is the bones, which makes it so that your summons throw a bone, or the bone erupts from the floor. It doesn't get thrown, but so the bone lands up erupting on enemies from your summons. So besides from it all coming from yourself or from Alruna, it also comes from all of your summons as well. So just a very, very strong character. It's also one of those characters that you really can just stand still, go make yourself a cup of coffee, or while you're trying to finish all of the levels. It doesn't matter the level. As soon as you get to a point like this, you can literally AFK and just have a good old time, come back, and you're going to be really strong, and a really decent amount of survivability coming from her, because of all the summons and all of just the damage that she provides for them as well. So really cool summoning character with a lot of utility in her kit for her summons. But it just depends on how you want to play her. You don't have to take those ascensions if you want to play her without the summons. It could be quite an interesting little challenge that we provide for ourselves, or for other people. You go and you do the actual run without using any of her summons or her ultimate, and see how far you can get with just her base skills. Obviously you'll be saving on ascensions, because you're not going to be able to double ascend them, or you can, but it's not going to make a difference unless you get reset. Then it makes it a lot easier. Which also brings us to another thing we need to do now, a missing run where we reset one of these weapons. We always do it. We always try and reset weapons that we haven't done. We were doing it as a silly Saturday thing when Soulstone didn't have a lot of content out, and we were waiting for it. So maybe we can go back to that, do a bit of a silly Saturday on Nordic Ashes. Again, like the video and we will be able to do that, because then I know, okay, you guys are enjoying Nordic Ashes just as much as I am enjoying playing it, and you want to see more from it. So by you guys watching the videos and by liking them, it lets me know that you are enjoying it. And commenting, obviously, saying, broken, I loved this video, I need to see more of this. I can see one of you typing that exact message, but otherwise the rest of you yeah. Okay, so we got 16 skill points. We can go and max that out. That's perfect. And then we can go for effective probability. It will be really, really good here. Having more effective probability means we have a higher chance of summoning minions. They do last. Getting duration is going to be good as well, because they do have a time limit. They last for 21 seconds. It doesn't look like effective probability changes the percentage chance of spawning them, so that always going to be a 15% chance. But at least getting duration on the your character does help a lot. So looking for duration, if you really want to buff the heck out of your character, is going to look like it's the play, and that's going to be fantastic. Also, grabbing the attraction fossil is one of the relics I said that we need to grab if we want to get the most out of our character. We are on level 95, and our passive says we've got +3 2 summons, a lot of extra movement speed. I don't feel like I'm that fast, to be honest. It says I have 75 movement speed bonus. I think it's not working properly because you can see that our movement speed in the bottom left over there says it's on 40%. So I'm not sure if it is working as intended. It might be a visual thing, or it's actually not working. So we will have to, obviously I know the developers are probably going to end up watching this, so they will know that there is something going on with it and they'll be able to let us know. But we will send them a message. It is the weekend, or actually, yeah, it is the weekend, so they won't be working yet unless it's something major. But for now, I don't think they're going to necessarily fix it. We might have to wait for Monday, which makes sense. You know, they need their breaks. They are human, just like everyone else over here. We aren't superhumans or robots or anything like that. We are all just humans, and we all need to take breaks. Even me, that's why I don't always do, well, I don't do videos on Sundays. It's my day of rest. So alright, there we go. I mean, I do make exceptions where I sometimes will go and post a video on a weekend, but otherwise we're in a good spot. We're good, we're Gucci, right? We got this. There is 2 minutes left on the dragon egg. We are only going to be able to get it on the last run. The dragon shrine can actually reset after you've got the legendary item. Unfortunately, this will only really be worth it in things like the what am I looking for, nightmare mode or Ragnarok. Probably nightmare, where you've got more than 4 waves. Nightmare is like the endless mode, but they kind of made it not endless. They just increased the amount of waves to about 10, and then that's the end of it. But here is the dragon. A very nice little fight going on over here. He's got the same attack as the winged bat, the bat from Svartalfheim, where he jumps into the sky, and then he's got this attack where he shoots out a whole bunch of, this is actually a phased attack, so he is phasing right now, and there we go, done and dusted. Not hard at all. Let me know if you guys agree with the bosses being split, if you think that they needed to be changed. Personally speaking, I think they were fine the way they are. They don't seem too difficult, either of them. But again, I've got like my whole skill tree out there, so it's just a personal preference and things like that. But I don't see it being too difficult, and it seems to be a-okay over there. Now, we could go and ascend our pea sprouts, but we're not going to do that. We're actually going to, gosh, if this keyboard, there we go, significantly increase the thunder impact area. We're going to go and take that. We're going to go and increase our movement speed over here, which is fantastic. And then the duration as well. Again, what we can do is actually check the duration if it is working properly, because over here it says they have a 27.45 second duration. We're going to go and level up a couple of times more, and then we'll see if the duration does change when we've leveled up. We'll wait till about like 130, maybe a level 140, and just remember 27.7 seconds over there. So let's wait a couple more levels and we'll see if that damage number changes at all. If not, we know that there is a bug currently with the character's passive and it isn't working as intended. Good way to test, right? Alright, there we go. I mean, you can see we've got a whole lot of clear for our character. The bones can be quite eye-destroying as well. They literally go along the floor, creating bones along the floor. Very, very cool skill, cool looking skill. The Playz bleed, which is fantastic as well. But sometimes it can be a bit of an eyesore for a lot of people. I do know some people play without the graphics on, just to make it a lot easier for them to see what's happening and to just appreciate the background and the enemies and things like that. I mean, how else are you going to see these beautiful dragons running towards their death if you can't see them? And we landed up getting the golden mushroom from the dragon egg. That's actually a pretty decent legendary relic over there. That did give us duration, unfortunately, which messes this up. But we're on 36 seconds now. Let's wait till 150, because 150 is going to make it that it's every 5 levels. So we need 150, I guess 150 or something, but it's only 0.15 seconds. So maybe you need a lot of levels before that actually becomes something worth noting. But getting ourselves golden mushroom, we also got the other mushroom, so we do have quite a lot of duration increases as well, which is just really fantastic for us. Really helps us with what we're looking for. Over now we got, because we got the mushroom and the movement speed shrine, you can actually see our movement speed has changed. We went from the 40% over to 100%, and it's making a difference. Like, there is an actual visual difference, which is why they need to see what's happening with the passive. Maybe it was supposed to be 0.5% movement speed and not 5%. That would make a lot more sense. Or maybe it's something like the duration where it isn't as much movement speed. But let me know down in the comment section if you've played the patch, if you've played with character, and if your movement speed was also not going up the way that it should be with the passive, like mine was. Alright, let's see, we got the damage over here, that's perfect. I don't remember this one actually summoning a boss, or it did summon the boss and we killed him before I even realized it summoned the boss. I wasn't really paying too much attention to it, which is probably bad. I should have maybe paid more attention. That's probably why I got frozen and hurt a little bit. But in the end, the boss is dead, so it doesn't really matter. No. Alright, Holy Sword. I'm still waiting for my Holy... Oh, there we go. When Asgard comes out, developers, please make a holy character. Maybe we can get a Valkyrie as well. It would be quite funny, you know, the uprising of the Valkyries on Asgard. That could be like the event, or the how it works. So we get ourselves a Valkyrie as well, and we get to kill everyone in Asgard with that Valkyrie. We're not going to run with the swords. We don't need them. I don't really like them. I know there are other people that love the Holy Sword. Not my favorite kind of relic, so I'm not interested in keeping it. It's not really necessary either for damage or anything like that. We are just completely overpowered right now, especially on expert level. Alright, our shrine is back up. In case you guys are wondering what all of these are on the screen, the blue totems and things like that are giving me cooldown reduction and movement speed, it is the obelisks in the Yggdrasil tree. They are there. There are, I think, 3 nodes, or 3 nodes. One is to give you more of them, one is for them to actually show up, and then the other one's to make their duration, or you know, things like that last longer. But anyway, final boss. I'm trying to remember who the boss was. Ooh, we get a nice damage increases over there. We'll take those, why not? And then the final boss being a Sword, the Volcanic Rage. He has a double phase going in for him. He just instantly phased. We're going to chill over here. We need to dodge the magma. We're probably going to get hit quite a lot over here, because I'm just bad at dodging this stuff. Especially on his second phase, he does make it even worse, where he now makes that where you can't pass. So now we're really stuck inside this. But we did get lucky with the map itself. We landed up getting a really nice area over here that isn't affected by a lot of, you know, lava. So we do have a lot of space to be able to walk a lot more than sometimes that we do. So you kind of got to look at the map and see where it is that you can move. That's going to give you the most out of it. But there you go. That's the end of it. Selentite wand dealing a whack ton of DPS. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.